family. Joining me right now at the courthouse is Sean Alexander. Sean, I've just got to ask you what happened the night that Arias was on speakerphone, the night Travis's body was found. I mean, I'm just thinking back to the night that my fiance was murdered, and the chaos and the disbelief. And now you're telling us about the night that Travis Alexander's body was found. What did Arias have to say? And you heard it on speakerphone.
Yeah, we got called real late to go out to Travis's house, and my best friend, Brent Hyatt, was there and kept getting phone calls over and over and over again from Jody, and the cops told him not to take it, but, you know, he was friends with her, we knew her, and so we didn't know what was true, what wasn't true, who did what at that point. He had no idea what had happened. We just found out he died, so we didn't know. And he answered the phone, put it on speakerphone, and me and my wife and he were just sitting there and listening to her, and she was just sobbing. What's going on? What's happening? Nobody will tell me anything. Nobody's telling me anything. What's happening? What's happening? Is Travis dead? I hear he's dead. They're saying he's dead. They won't tell me anything. Just and when you originally went out there, you thought that she might have been involved on some level, but you didn't really know. And listening to her side of it right then, you really kind of thought, well, maybe she didn't have anything to do with this. Maybe this was a freak accident, somebody broke in, or who knows. You know, you just didn't know what to believe. But she makes a very believable case. So are you telling me that before you heard her sobbing on the phone, you had suspicion she was involved in the murder? I honestly only did just because of what everybody else was saying.
And what were they
only
saying?
Met Jody once.
What were they saying?
They were just, you know, it's natural. I guess it was just natural for them to think that it was her because of the stalking background.
Actually, Sean, when somebody's murdered, I don't naturally think of the lover or the girlfriend. I don't naturally think that. So why was it natural that they thought, everybody thought, she was responsible in some way for his murder?
You know, I mean, just with the way that it ended with them and how she was always still involved, and it just seemed like a very strange, weird deal in general. So, you know, I don't know.
So hearing her sobbing on the phone that night, you believed her?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what does that say to you?
Why wouldn't I? I didn't know.
Yeah. What does that say to you today?
She's very convincing.
About her believability.
Yeah, no. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the kind of scariest part about her, I guess, is that she's very calculating, very manipulative, and very believable. She's good at lying. I mean, I don't know if that's the best thing to be good at, but she's really good at it.
How disgusted are you at her claims that Travis Alexander looked at child porn? I'm disgusted that she would say that about him.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You know, yeah, disgusted is one word. Appalled, just pissed beyond belief. It's so ridiculous that you can't even put it into words, to be honest, that there's no way. There's no possible way. If you knew Travis at all, there's not a chance in the world that he was doing anything ridiculous like that.
With me is